What's going on, peeps? When you think of the worst artists of all time, what comes to mind? To most people, it'd be musicians like Tom MacDonald, Chris Brown, Blood on the Dance Floor, 6ix9ine, Lil Pump, and if you're stuck in 2011, Justin Bieber and Nickelback. But what if I told you that there is an artist who might be worse than all of these I've named? Someone you've likely never heard of, and for good reason. Or maybe you do know this artist, but it's been a long time since anybody has mentioned him. You may have questions like, he's still doing music? This artist is named Submarine Man, the Barefoot King, Lord of the Feet, Man of the Sea, and the self-proclaimed Lord of the Light. This mysterious being is known for his love of feet, shaving heads, killing llamas, and dog crap, as well as his overly auto-tuned screaming and obnoxious music. Many would even question if it's music at all. Since 2018, he's been on a reign of terror on your ears, if you even decide to listen. The rapper, singer, songwriter, filmmaker, producer, and apparently politician has made a name for himself in the meme rap genre. So today, let's dive into this man's dark history and solve the mystery of Submarine Man. Water Hand Blast was apparently born on May 8th, 1993. That's right, despite sounding like an 8-year-old messing around with BandLab, the Submarine Man character is canonically 30 years old. He's also an alien from a planet called Oshia, but he uses an alternative name, Artie Roberts Andrews, in order to blend in with humans. He was described as an obedient child who always listened to his teachers and parents. One of his best friends growing up was Llama Doodle. The two would play games together, with Llama Doodle always ending up the winner. Now, Handblast had a musical passion, with his greatest inspiration being Lil Jon, a rapper credited for bringing the crunk hip-hop subgenre into the mainstream with his braggadocious in-your-face persona. He does a lot of yelling, which clearly left an impact on Handblast. Other influences are Drake, Lil Xan, Bangs, Uncle Adams, Rich White Man, and Blueface. The rest of his past is fairly unknown at this point, but there are a few clues dating back to 2015 of Submarine Man's existence on the internet. The characters in the Submarine Man universe are made from the animation software Plotagon. Submarine Man and Llama Doodle would team up and embrace their musical interests. He would also meet Lil Flexer after hearing his song Ice on My Wrist. This would result in the founding of Old Man Dad Records. The first song he was a part of was on The Doodle, featured on Llama Doodle's You're Out album on May 14th, 2018. During this time, he worked under the alias Man of the Sea. 3 days later was his first mixtape, Llama Poof, made available on his Bandcamp page. The cover art features Submarine Man before his famous afro. The mixtape contains propaganda of how Submarine Man is the best at everything and that you should smell your feet. The page claims he is now living in Ocean City, Maryland, likely a misspelling of Oshia. Next month, he would officially change his name to Submarine Man. He released his first music videos for War in the Stars and Feet Are the Best on June 13th. DJ Foot produced the latter song and would go on to become his main producer. The first thing you'll notice about Submarine Man is that he has a foot fetish, but also a hatred for socks and llamas. Submarine Man just seems to be constantly at war with these llamas and wants to exterminate their kind, especially whoever a llama is. Using these terms, schmeat, sock, and llama as swear words in Oshia, the reasons for this love of feet and hatred towards socks is unknown. Maybe he finds shaving heads and feet satisfying and pleasurable. These socks must be hiding the glory of feet, and that's why he hates them. You can't shame a kink. He also loves eating dog poop, as explained in the song that would go on to become his most popular, Dog Walk, a parody of Plug Walk by Rich the Kid, released on July 22nd. Submarine Man enjoys eating dog feces, and this is why he goes to the dog part, in order to scoop it up from the ground and eat it. He seems to imply that it's really good. I think he's just sick. Fast forward to August 16th, we got the music video for Saki, but 5 days later would be the most unexpected turn of events yet. On August 21st, a song was uploaded to 6ix9ine's page under the name CC. it had features from Submarine Man, Llama Doodle, and Foot Ye North, along with production from DJ Foot. You may be wondering, how could this be possible? Why would 6ix9ine, who is at his peak popularity-wise, would just decide to collaborate with these mysterious no-names? Submarine Man claims that they met at an airport and had a studio session with DJ Foot. These claims are pretty easy to dispute, as 6ix9ine's part of the song was clearly jacked from a cover of Let Me Love You by Mario he did in July 2018, but it was still uploaded to his official Spotify page as a legitimate 6ix9ine song and also registered on ASCAP. It didn't take long for 6ix9ine's team to discover this upload and remove it from all streaming services. However, it had people all around the world talking about the hack, with re-uploads generating hundreds of thousands of views. Submarine Man claims 6ix9ine couldn't take the hate and he removed it. For many people, this is how they discovered Submarine Man, browsing to his Spotify and YouTube pages trying to find answers on who he is. He would take quick advantage of this hype and dropped his first album, No Stockings, on August 31st. It has features from Sakuni, Lil Flexer, Barefoot Stories Net, Llama Doodle, Barefoot Man, Lil Jon's Son, not clickbait, The Homie, Lodat Blue, Michael Waxon, Riat, Foot Ye North, and Mother Schmeaten Footfolk. The juggernaut of an album compiled of some of the worst and unlistenable music you'll ever hear, from 9 minutes of autotune torture on Submarine Man Boy Rules to awful song parodies of Unforgettable and Mask Off. You get the expected foot fetish songs like Shave That Stinky Head and Shaving Stinky Feet. Instead of flexing his riches, he flexes how big and stinky his feet are. But once again, he brings up his absolute hatred of socks, especially stockings. Submarine Man must have taken the existence of these stockings personally, as the more skin is covered up, the less sight of feet. He also claims that if you wear these stockings, you risk turning into a llama, sake, or a stocking itself. His music almost feels like propaganda, some leader attempting to brainwash and create some type of cult. I'm starting to think he doesn't just have a foot fetish, this man might just have a shaved skin fetish, or he just loves things that stink really bad like dog poop and, of course, feet. He's got connections with monsters like Awaya, potential gatherings called Smell Check, and does drugs called Stink Boost. Soon enough, his song parodies started picking up momentum, leading to I Love the Smelly Feet, parodying I Love It by Kanye West on September 28th. It featured the same people on CC, minus 6ix9ine. It wasn't long until Submarine Man got into his first rap beef with label mate Lil Flexer. Flexer dissed Drake on his song Payday, which led to Submarine Man, a Drake fan, dropping a 3-track EP titled The Bad Boy on November 1st. A week later, Lil Flexer responded with a diss track, Talent. The feud would be resolved by January 5th, 2019, when Old Man Dad Records merged with Lil Mosquito Disease's Ass Eating Records to form Flex Entertainment. Submarine Man was now part of this label, being introduced to future collaborators like Shmoobin and AJ. But this wasn't the biggest news for the brand, as on January 11th, famous reactor Tommy Crave did a video on Hip Hop HQ's worst rap songs of 2018. This list included several Submarine Man songs like I Love the Smelly Feet, Fuck All the Llamas, and Submarine Boy Rules, all making the top 10. This resulted in Submarine Man's channel exploding in viewership, reaching 1,000 subscribers, with the audio for Dog Walk reaching 25,000 views. The same day, Submarine Man dropped Stinkofoot, a Sicko Mode parody. Llama Doodle is featured on this song, where he addresses his hatred for Outboys and that he'll send them to the compactor. The compactor pretty much being a black hole looking shredder where Llama Doodle sends all of his victims. He has an album, You're Out, likely in reference to the people he sends to die in the compactor. Many may dismiss Submarine Man as a comedy act, a joke, but it turns out that Subman's music is serious. The Old Man Dad has said himself that everyone's saying my stuff is a joke are uncultured stockings. All the shit I do is serious. Old Man Dad Records has taken over the rap game. I put work into everything I release. Tommy Crave would continue to feature Submarine Man music in his content, listening to songs I hate but drunk, and level 1 to level 100 rappers, all benefiting Submarine Man, who was becoming a major inside joke in his comment section. He was being seen by millions of people. He must be a marketing genius, because as soon as these videos dropped, he had a new deluxe edition of No Stockings out on January 25th. He knew how to capitalize on this attention. The deluxe had 13 new songs for new fans to eat up. Mo Fooda followed in February, parodying Mo Bamba. Handblast just kept milking No Stockings with another deluxe, a collector's edition, in April. His newfound success inspired him, and he wasn't gonna let his audience down even if the music was garbage. His second album, Barefoot Worlds, was released on May 8th, 2019, his birthday. The album was completely littered with song parodies about feet for 19 tracks. It almost felt like a cash grab after the success of No Stockings, with little to any lore to be explored. After this, Submarine Man placed his focus into an upcoming film titled The Stocking. He finally dropped the music video for his biggest song, Dog Walk, in July, currently sitting at 200,000 views. Due to him filming and directing a movie, Submarine Man didn't drop a lot of music for the rest of the year. He did put out Footy in November, which was set to be the lead single for his third album. If you couldn't tell, Being a Footy is good. I'd almost define them as apostles of Submarine Man, but we would start seeing the first sign of the Submarine Man drought. After Footy, we didn't have a new song until the release of the movie. He had promised a Stinky Feet EP and a soundtrack for The Stocking, but he didn't deliver. Instead, we only got I Like Eating Feet with AJ during 2020. It's possible that the filming of the movie and overall stress with following up two massive albums created a lot of pressure on Submarine Man. Also, whoever is voicing Submarine Man was noticeably going through puberty, as their voice during 2019 compared to 2020 was a lot deeper. As a musician, having a year-long break can damage your momentum, especially when your music could go out of style at any time. Your fans could end up forgetting about you or outgrow this type of material. Fans started pressing Submarine Man on always ripping off popular rap songs on Earth. He was confused by this, as he had thought the songs he was making were original. He blamed DJ Foot for this, and ended up killing him. He's able to speak to people on Earth, despite being from the Oshia planet. It is unknown how he's able to travel through worlds, but he claims to be staying at an address in Birmingham, Alabama. He communicates with members of Flex Entertainment on Discord. The Stocking film was released on August 21st, 2020. Submarine Man has been possessed and turned into a stocking named Stocking Man. He then proclaims that the land of Oshia is now known as Sakia. Footy Frank seeks the help of Llama Doodle, who tells him to venture to the planet of Stockings. After Frank loses the first battle, Doodle tells him that hope is not lost, and tells him to fight Submarine Man. After defeating Submarine Man and Submarine Boy and turning them back to normal, Footy Frank tells them that Stockings have taken over Oshia. Frank says that there are 3 Stocking leaders and that they should be killed one by one. One Stocking, the Stocking, has black hair and orange sunglasses with a black jacket. The second Stocking, Slock, has blue hair and a red suit. The third Stocking, Sock Boy, has long black hair and red skin. Frank and Submarine Boy go on and kill them one by one. While they are fighting the boss Stocking, Footye North, Submarine Man, and Lambadoodle all join the battle, with Doodle dealing the final blow. The film ends with a plot twist where Submarine Man and his cohorts separate, where a remaining Stocking attacks them. After the film, Subman went silent for a full year. Just when they thought he was gone forever, he returned at the tail end of 2021 with Industry Footy, a parody of Industry Baby by Lil Nas X, aka what he killed DJ Foot for. We start to realize that Handblast is a terrible being, as he knew he was ripping it off, he just didn't care, killing DJ Foot to take all the beats for himself. Despite the long break, it still earned 20,000 views. There was a second disappearance following this, until 2023 with the release of My Foot on April 7th, a parody of My Way by Fetty Wap. 6 days later, he announced his third album would now be titled Palace of Feet, set to be released on his 30th birthday, May 8th. The 23-track collection was his first album in 4 years. The cover art is indeed Submarine Man kissing himself. Now that's what I call self-love. Okay, let me introduce you to a being known as Killer. He made his first appearance back in October of 2021, after the music video of Armor On was mysteriously uploaded to the Flex channel. In the opening of the album, Submarine Man proclaims that this killer is bad. He intends to go to war and bomb the lands of Gragor, destroying every stocking in sight, and talks about playing killer like he plays his chords. I'd say Sock Slayer is where the chaos truly begins, with an atmosphere that sounds like it's inside of a volcano as Subman screams, "In the fire!" You can feel the intensity burning as the socks are being slayed. The features paint an interesting picture with Mother Schmidt and Footful being seen as a hitman for Submarine Man. Barefoot youth are set as educators for the Oshia children to teach them the barefoot truth, opposing the stocking truth. None of these truths are revealed. Young Feet's verse makes a strange turn from being another hype man for Subman to speaking a completely different language. This must be some type of Oshia language that can't be translated yet. The next track sees Subman chanting "Milk of the Beast" inside of some chapel based on the sound of the echoes. The identity of this beast is unknown, but Footye goes on to claim he's a beast himself and that his full name is Footye Rari North. Not sure what that means. One of the strangest tracks on the album is The Ultimate Killing Machine, which features a thing called a Pajama Boy being slaughtered by this machine. It makes me wonder if this killing machine is the compactor or the beast from the previous song. Either way, it gives us an audio representation of its power. There's a song called Shaver, talking about how he loves to shave his wife, Urka Handblast, who he has 2 kids with. Yes, even this man found love. How about you? The song Island gives us some new lore about the Submarine Man universe, where there seems to be some ties to dinosaurs. It features Zamaz D. Bond, who joined our Discord server in January and started discussing fossils and knowing Submarine Man personally. He runs a school at the Academic Excellence Station in Oshia, where he hopes to teach the next generation on these creatures and a potential revival without using embryos. This focus on children gets even stranger on Dead Boy Appetizer, that refers to Subman beating up random boys on the street to later eat them. This might have confirmed him to be a cannibal. The feet and shaving head propaganda continue throughout the record as always. Nest Check brings us back to the Beast storyline, I think, where Subman repeats Nest Check for 4 minutes until we hear something growling, signaling that it is alive. He claims that a Nest Check makes the head strong like a rock. Speaking of body parts, Subman is now obsessed with funguses. He wants to inhale the fumes of the fungus and make his feet stronger. The thing about Submarine Man is that you'll go into an album looking for answers to your questions, only to come out with more questions than before. On the Throne reveals new characters like Low Man and Rough and Tough, who must have stood up to Subman and are now in jail or dead. He denies a rumor that he killed his brother, stating, "I would never do that. I laugh while they kill each other." Then there's something about weightlifters and how they should be banished for making foot fitters. No bad words, by the way, according to him, or you'll get a shot caller. He addresses his friend Smoker Chris being taken away by llamas and that they won't ever take him alive. He continues to ramble about taking over the world and remodel Oshia in his image with foot men and foot women. No llamas in sight. Okay, this is just a cult, man. Bro thinks he's Jesus or something, talking about how he's so perfect. I think Submarine Man is attempting to take the throne from whoever is running it. But that is Palace of Feet. Definitely the most interesting Submarine Man album thus far. You should really give it a shot. There is a lot to unpack here. It's a shame how it's been pretty slept on. Since then, a lot has changed in the music world and Flex Entertainment. When it was finally released, it was mostly ignored by the majority of the label. They saw it as the same old stuff he's been doing since 2018. While some of his audience was pleased to see him back, several of them unsubscribed from his channel, likely forgetting they were even subbed to him in the first place, as it had been so long. This is the grueling effects of disappearing for several years and not adapting to the times. It's not that he really could. This style of meme rap about feet is his life's mission. Following this reception, it is unknown what will be next for Submarine Man. More music videos? Another album? As you can tell, there is a lot of lore surrounding him, with several questions that need to be answered. Submarine Man will remain a legend in the meme rap genre, with his impressive run of singles and antics throughout the years. He also influenced several members of Flex Entertainment like Hood Guy, Young Lambo, and Young Garfield, and is still considered to be the king. Until next time, we'll have to see how long Submarine Man can stay on his throne. Peace.